back to what I was saying, 3 ways that I've evolved that have affected my life as a stylist and a business owner. So decision day. My decision day, like I said, was on I-20, driving down I-20, and I saw a billboard for Kenneth Schuler Cosmetology School. Now, again, I'm 30 years old. I have an infant. I've graduated from college, and I walk in this cosmetology school, and it's a bunch of like kids that just graduated high school, 10 years younger than me. And I'm like, what are you doing? But I had made a decision when I got off that exit that I wanted to follow my dream. I've always known very clearly what I wanted to do. And now that I had this new baby boy, I was, I look at him like, how can I tell him that he can be whatever he wants to be? He can live out all his dreams, and clearly his mother is not, the person that he sees as a role model is not. And kids pay a lot of attention to what you do, not so much of what you say. So he gave me having him and the responsibility of, molding him into the person I wanted him to be, was very integral in me moving forward past all of my fears, all of my doubts, all of my insecurities about starting something new in a town that I didn't know anybody. It was a big one, but that was my decision day. I remember it very clearly. Went to the admissions office, signed up and enrolled, and I was in cosmetology school. Crazy, 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 but it was definitely part of my evolution. Now, I will say, let me also add this, that when you are making decisions on your decision day, there are people that will not understand. There are people that will not agree with you. There are people that will try to talk you out of it. But it's one of those things that when you make a decision for yourself, you cannot seek validation from any and everybody. Now, there'll be some people, of course, that will root you on and support you and tell you, of course, go get it. There are some people that you won't understand that have always been in your corner that won't get it. But your decision day, you have to understand, is your decision day. So, like I said, that was the first step. My decision day, that was the first step in my evolution as a stylist and a business owner. The second step, the second way in which I've evolved was I had to choose what team, i.e. team, I was going to play for. Now, when I was in cosmetology school and I was getting ready to graduate, and you have to decide, okay, so what's the next step? What salon am I going to work in? All those things. I looked around. Like I said, I'm not from Columbia, but the places that I saw available to work wasn't necessarily where I wanted to work and or where I wanted to bring my clients to work. So, necessity is the mother of invention. So thus the birth of the Pink Butterfly was the space in which I wanted to practice my craft and the type of environment I wanted to bring my clients. Now, let me say this, because a lot of people may assume, because I have a business and I've been in business since 2006, that is something that I have always wanted to do. No, I have not always wanted to be in business. I've always wanted to do hair and be in the beauty industry. I would have been happy at JCPenney long as I was behind a chair and it was the type of environment I wanted to be in. I wasn't one of those that, hey, I have to have my name in lights and it's not Jessica's Bump and Curl. That's why it's called the Pink Butterfly. It's not about me. It's about the brand. So when you are making your decision about where you want to, what team you want to be on or where you want to work, one thing, do remember that try to find someone, and even it may not even be where you're actually working, but when you start working and you enter into the industry, find a stylist, find somebody in the industry that you look up to that can, even if they don't know it, mentor you through their videos, through their education, through their newsletters. Find some source or some place in which you can gain knowledge. You can gain motivation because you have rough days, that you can keep moving, have something to aspire to. Now, like I said, I started my own salon when I was straight out of cosmetology school. So there was no one really in the salon that had been in the industry for years and years and years. So I had to seek people outside of the salon to kind of model after and learn from. And I was always going to educating myself. But definitely, like I said, as you the place that I chose, the team that I chose was definitely a part of my evolution as a stylist, and I chose the pink butterfly. Now, the third point that I wanted to make in the 3 ways that I've evolved and that changed the course of my career as a stylist was to identify your role on the team. Now, there are some people, you have to always know that when you get on, there are some Indians, there are some chiefs, and there are different roles on a team that you have. But when you understand your specific role, you're able to be a better team player. And sometimes you're called to be the leader. Like for me, I was the pink boss. And funny enough, I didn't name myself that. That name was given to me at a salon meeting one time. Everybody was coming up with their own name, and they were like, "Oh, you the pink boss," because that's how they saw me. But let's be clear, when I use the word boss, and it's crazy because it was a while before I was able to truly embrace that word and define it for myself, because typically when you hear the word boss, it is it's not always like a positive thing. A lot of times it is kind of an authority, where it's not really a cooperative type of position, where there's somebody who provides vision, provides the leadership, versus somebody that tells everybody what to do. And I was definitely not the person that tell everybody to do, but I was definitely a person that provided vision and provided leadership. And that's how people saw me. Now, at this point in my career, this point in my evolution, I'm able to declare not just I'm the pink boss, but I have truly found my boss, that I can say that I am a boss, and not in a negative, boastful way, but in a confident way, because I have a story, I have an evolution that has gotten me here. I have experiences that have gotten me here. And one thing that I have learned is that there is definitely a boss in everybody, no matter if you have people that you manage or not. There is a boss inside of everybody, but the key is being able to activate that boss to become a boss over your life, over your circumstances, over the things that you are meant to have dominion over. And we'll get into that. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway, I went off on a tangent. Identifying your role on the team that you are in, that you are on. I am the boss here at the Pink Butterfly. I provide the leadership. I provide the vision as to where we're going, in conjunction with what the feedback that I get from everyone. And I kind of feel like I've always been that way. And that was definitely an integral part of my evolution, and being able to identify and operate within that. Because for a while, I really shied away from that role. I really wanted to play more of a support role, even though I was really called to be the leader. I was called to be the boss. And no matter what role you are called to be on a team, if you play that role effectively and the way that you're supposed to play it, I've learned, because there are other teams I've been on that I necessarily wasn't the leader, but knowing your role in any situation will help you be more effective. And like the saying say, it takes teamwork to make the dream work. So if everybody plays their role, like in basketball, if everybody wanted to be Shaquille O'Neal, nobody was on the outside shooting, it wouldn't work. Everybody has to play their role. So again, to recap, the 3 things that played an integral part in my evolution as a stylist was: 1, my declaration day, my decision day, actually making the decision to follow my dreams, making the decision to do the things that I know I was called to do the things that God made me to do. The second thing was choosing the team, like what team that I wanted to be a part of, and my team was the Pink Butterfly. And then the third part of my evolution was identifying my role and being able to walk in it. So I hope that even if you're replaying this, you're able to like it, you share it, invite any other people in the industry, even if they're not in the industry. There may be something that they're able to gain or glean from the little nuggets that I drop. And next week, if you have any questions, feel free to, you can email me, info@pinkbutterfly.com. You can DM me, inbox me. I'm here for it. Are there any questions tonight? I don't think we have any. But either way, feel free to get in contact with me. And I appreciate you being here and listening to what I had to say. And subscribe, like, and comment to the Pink Butterfly page. And also, if you're on Instagram, _pink_butterfly, or at the Pink Boss. Yeah, it's so many ways you can find me. But either way, thank you again for giving me a few moments of your time, giving me the time to do a second take of my first of a 4-part series, Evolving with Jessica. Y'all have a good night.